Gets me hyped every goddamn time. Welcome to Pub Sports Radio, NCAA Net Profit. It's Tuesday, March 22nd. What is going on today, Max? How are you doing? We got some great basketball games here, NIT, CBI. Great games before the Sweet 16, which we will delve into deeply tomorrow and the next day. But yeah, go ahead.
I'm hungry, Connor. Physically, any other way that you want to think about it, I'm hungry. I'm hungry for
Okay.
ladies of the night. I'm hungry for hamburgers. I'm hungry for chicken tenders. I'm hungry for winners. I would like them, but remember, fade my best bet.
No cupcakes?
Cupcakes are for dessert, and we're not really. I'm not deserving of any dessert right now. So we'll stick to the meat and the killing of animals and the loving of explicit women.
Huh. Okay. Well, yeah, we will. You will get a best bet winner here, Max. Yesterday was a bad car. I mean, I didn't. That's why I couldn't even give one. Sorry. But today I will. Even with these short games, I think there's great games to be bet today. Real quick, any line movement you can talk about? I mean, we just got 5 games, but anything that you want to
Yeah,
mention?
definitely, bro. Definitely.
Okay.
First off, my Bonnies are playing another basketball game tonight, so it will be highly emotional. I don't think that you need to ask me what I'm on in that game. I think it's blatantly obvious. Now, excuse me. Uh, this total opened up at 125 Connors down to as low as 122 and a half. So definitely some consensus move towards the under. Worry about that first half under hitting, and then I do worry about even more so the full game hitting. In the Vanderbilt Xavier game, which should be a fantastic matchup for Scottie Pippen to showcase himself once again. We have seen the line open up at 3.5 in favor of Xavier at home, and now that is down to 2.5 across the board. When it does come to some games that we have in the CBI at Ocean Center in Daytona, we do have Northern Colorado, UNC Wilmington. Wilmington has opened up as a 2.5 point favorite. I am seeing that line shift down to 2 as I speak. And we've seen the total go from 154 to as low as 152 right now. And with the way that Northern Colorado scores late in games and late in first halves, very dangerous under situations. Middle Tennessee, Connor, versus Abilene Christian. The total opened up at 140 and a half. The total is down to 138 and a half right now. And this is a spot where we are seeing the opposite of yesterday with Abilene. We're seeing a stark move to the under, and hopefully it's the wrong one. Southern Utah versus UTEP, just slight move towards the over and towards UTEP at home in the Basketball Classic. And they open up at 4 and they are up to 4.5.
Excellent work. Shout out to the chat. We'll get to it because obviously we have another short day here with these games going on. But TCATL, shout out to everyone. Hit the like button if you haven't. As Max says, you know what pissed me off? Just hit the like button. Nasty Nate,
You don't want to piss them off.
Real Deal Prime, the grinder, selling heat pumps all across Canada, I'm sure today. Ninja 13, Ron Lofton, good to see you, my man. Okie up in here. D-Mac, how's it going? Nunya, Rodney Barton, what up? Mark Schillenberg, good to see you up in here. James Little, how are you, my man? All right, Max, let's get right to it. Let's get to these games. St. Bonaventure, Virginia, we know where you stand. What about St. Bonnie's, though? Playing a bunch of games and a bunch of games on the road. I mean, I got to, give them credit, like I told you. Going to Colorado, having a great second half, and then beating a decent, pretty good Oklahoma team at home. And now going to Virginia. Can they get the job done here? I'd take the points with them. Because I think Virginia wins this game is very close. And obviously the totals already got hit towards the under. I think it stays right around there. I don't think I'm going to touch it now. But tell me how much you're going to love and bet on your Bonnies tonight.
Listen, This is a great matchup for the Bonnies because there's non-basketball factor that's affecting their motivation from what I've watched in their interviews today. They believe that they've been slighted by the NIT committee. They believe that this is a game that they should be playing at home, even though the NIT's made a very good case for why this game is being played at Virginia. Well, listen, these guys definitely think that they got screwed over location wise. They should have been able to have the home advantage being a higher seed. And I do think that they're going to show it. If there's a perfect opponent for the Bonnies to play, it's Virginia because Virginia will play the pace that the Bonnies want to play. They will play a style and amount of possessions and shot attempts that will allow the Bonnies players and starters to play with fouls if they pick up two quick ones. I do think that the one area of concern would be Oshuni. Obviously, with him, he's got to be on the floor 30 plus minutes. And while Koulibaly has done an admirable job of filling in at times, in this game tonight, he's going to need to be on the bench, more so on the floor for Oshun. Now, I like my team's ability to slash, get inside against the pack line defense. And I think that when you look at some of these Virginia guys, we know what we're going to see with Virginia's offense. A lot of action to Jaden Gardner on the baseline. And I do think that against Oshuni, that's going to be a matchup that he can take advantage of. Now, there are lineups that Tony Bennett can run out that have a lot of size and could give St. Bonaventure problems at times. I just don't think that those lineups can score enough to be worthy of being out on the floor. So I think that if Jaden Gardner goes off, that's okay. You got to stop guys like Reese Beekman and Armand Franklin. You stop those two, I think that you can take whatever offense you get from Gardner and Kie Clark, and Bonnies are going to win this game.
Yeah, there's not a lot of crazy options for Virginia. They are at home. That game should be good. I think a good one to watch. I think another one that will be good here. Vanderbilt,
Good. I hope that you guys
Xavier.
are all on Virginia.
Seems like everyone loves Virginia.
Good. I hope everybody's on Virginia, please. Oh.
Yeah.
Those
Love it.
are my guys. Those are my guys.
Shout out to all our guys on Virginia. Fading Max telling him to basically suck it to the Bonnies, which
I'm good with that.
I like.
I'm good with that.
Vandy, Xavier here. This line opened up at 3.5. You talked about it's down to 2.5. I got a 3, Max. I think they could win this game. I am on Vanderbilt. What's going on with Xavier? Interim coach. Can you believe Miller that they hired him again? Scruggs, I guess, may be out. I think he's not going to play. I'm not so sure. Obviously, they're pretty deep. Points wise, I think he was one of 4 or 5 guys that averaged just about double figures. He had averaged 11. He's out. I just like this Vanderbilt team, and I think they're built here. And you're going to give me 3 points. I will take that. And there's under money coming in on this game, and it's barely moved. It's moved a half point. Some places a full point. There's 142.5. But when I watch Xavier games and even Vanderbilt, both these teams are over teams to me. So I lean over. I'm definitely on the points with Vandy here, and I might have a little bit smaller bet on this over. What do you like, Vandy, Xavier?
I personally wish that Xavier's team total was 75.5, and I would be all over the team total under. I'm probably going to be on the team total under once again, even at 72.5. I'm just going to gamble with it. I just don't think that this Xavier team is that good offensively, especially if Paul Scruggs isn't going to be in the lineup tonight with a knee injury. Now, Adam Kunkel's played some big minutes, but I just think that he's playing games and minutes that, I don't think that they mean that much, in my opinion. And with his quick trigger finger, it is a good weapon to have out there on the floor, but it also can work against you at this level of competition. This is not the Ohio Valley Conference where he dominated. So I think that Vandy has the best player on the floor tonight in Scottie Pippen. There's really no doubting that. I think that the most important thing for Vanderbilt is their defense. It's their first half defense. Getting off to a good start defensively is going to be key. We saw what Liam Robbins can do when he's on the floor and healthy defensively. He is a good freaking rim defender, and you're going to need that versus Xavier team, who, while they are going to take a lot of threes, they are going to get a lot of fucking attempts inside the arc in that 10 to 15 foot range. That's where you really got to just be able to close out on a guy without fouling. What's the most annoying thing that you see in a game to kill momentum when you're playing good defense is fouling a jump shooter inside the arc. So I think that this Vanderbilt team offensively is doing what they have to do by scoring and shooting volume threes. And with their second half scoring production in this tournament, and I guess last couple games of the SEC tournament, there's a stark difference. So a team that makes good adjustments like that is something that I notice. And I think that Vandy's team total over is the better play in this game at 70.5. I think they win the game like you do, Connor. I think the spread is good even at 2.5. And I just think that this Vandy team, I think they prove the quality and show how important Paul Scruggs is to this offense.
Yeah, I agree with you here. I just think Scottie Pippen Jr. I'll take this Vandy team right now. And Xavier, they got by Florida. I don't think Florida gave a shit, Max, in that one. So, well, you'll see tonight. Should be a good one. Let's get to this two teams, Max, that I've loved betting on. Have been great, and now they face each other here in the semifinals of the CBI. It's Wilmington, Northern Colorado. Wilmington, though, 2.5 point favorite here. And so now I'm interested in Northern Colorado, and I really like this Wilmington team. There should be points here, Max. Obviously, this total's high, 154. It's dropped down to 152.5. There's some 153s. But can it get over this high total? I think it will be close. I think it probably will. Obviously, both teams can score, especially their defense. Obviously, both teams shoot it well and kind of have weak perimeter defenses. But if you had to tell me right now, if you're going to give me over 2.5, I got to take Northern Colorado. And I really like this Wilmington team. And they're a team both teams, you mentioned Max, bet on second half. Both these teams have been unreal second half teams. So if one of them's down, they could come roaring back. And this is definitely a live bet situation in this game. But what do you like here, Wilmington, Northern Colorado?
Yeah, Connor, I think that this is a game that is the perfect example of how college basketball can be a tale of two halves. I do think we are going to see a tale of two halves once again, but my concern is for Northern Colorado. See, Drew Cuxhausen and Dalen Kuntz were absolutely phenomenal from three-point range yesterday, but there wasn't a lot of three-point closeout defense happening. So a lot of those shots were really easy to get off. So they were hitting uncontested jump shots. So that's something that I come to expect. Now, Wilmington is not going to let them off like that. Wilmington is going to be very physical. Their guards are long. That's why they can play these 5-out lineups at times. And with their free throw shooting and how efficient they are, Northern Colorado is going to put you on the line. They are going to foul you. They are going to get into foul trouble, especially in their front court. With Kurt John Kutch, I think that this is obviously a fellow Canadian of mine, but he has to be the difference maker defensively for Northern Colorado. Too many times yesterday did he gain momentum and then not be able to continue it for his team. And that goes back to free throw shooting and fouls that are unnecessary. If you're going to foul someone, you got to make the foul worth it at this point with the depth that you have, because you don't want Melvin coming in and playing 20 minutes. That's just not going to be good for Northern Colorado. At the end of the day, Connor, this is a Wilmington team that I think starts off better And I have to always be looking Northern Colorado as the second half if we're going to talk about which team do we back in the second half. Wilmington gets off to good starts. Northern Colorado makes comebacks. So I'll take that efficiency early on versus a defensive team that can be a little freaking loosey goosey. But I believe in you when you say Northern Colorado is a spot full game, because they don't turn the ball over 15 or more times a game. So just about getting tempo.
That game should be good, and it's definitely in the 70s. Does it touch the 80s and get over? I think so, but big total there. Let's get to this one, Max. Middle Tennessee State. They open as 2.5-point favorites. Now it's 1.5 mostly everywhere. And totals come down, like you talked about, to 138.5. It's dropped 1.5. A lot of money on Middle Tennessee State, the tickets and the money. But this line has dropped. Abilene Christian has just been a team that keeps on winning. Just kind of keeps plugging along, keeps rolling. They won again. Tough game last night against Ohio. What do you like here? I like Abilene Christian. I like this Middle Tennessee State team all year, too. This should be another good one in the other semifinals here in Daytona Beach. What do you like? Middle Tennessee State, Abilene Christian.
Yeah, Connor, I think that Abilene is going to win this game. I think that when you look at how Cam Steele has now had two very effective first halves in the last two games, giving that additional production to Arian Simmons and Makai Morris, I think that's the difference right there. The way that this team is able to use their undersized guards to their advantage is definitely noteworthy. The way that they're able to pressure you, and bringing the pressure is what they have to do tonight. They have to turn Middle Tennessee over. They have to take away DeAndre Dishman's ability to freaking back someone down and take 5 seconds of the shot clock to get a shot up. I think that from a defensive standpoint, Middle Tennessee is going to realize early that they got to be very secure with the basketball, or it could get out of hand. Now, Abilene definitely showed some tired legs in the second half yesterday. I do think that's why the defense suffered as much and how that game got as close as it did. However, I think that right now we're going to see the experience of Corian Mason and Reggie Miller stand up and keep this shit going. Abilene's a quality team that plays quality defense, and when you can take the ball away in the variety of fashions that they do, it leads me to like them that much more in a game like this.
Yeah, damn, it should be good. I like Abilene a little bit as well in that one, Max. Let's get to the last one.
Oh, sorry. I agree with Ron Lawson on fading the total drop.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Really? You think this goes over?
I think that it does. It's do or die.
Okay.
It's do or die time. If you're down, you got to speed up the tempo. You can't just play your regular style.
Yeah. Lots of money on the under, but we will see if this gets over. Middle Tennessee really slows it down or not. Let's get to the last one, Basketball Classic. Southern Utah, a team that I loved the other day in a perfect spot at home against Kent State, which I thought it's a bad spot to go to Cedar City, but now they have to go to UTEP, Max. It's not a crazy long trip, but I liked how this UTEP team played it to finish the year. Southern Utah was decent on the road all year long, but I always want to back them at home. You talked about the Jones injury again and again the last a week or two that he's out, and I think that hurts them now on the road here. It's just, do you want to lay 4 and now 4.5 with UTEP here? Total 144. I don't know much about the total. It could get over. These teams are kind of more over teams, but it's right there. But I like UTEP here a little bit. It's just, do you want to lay the number? What do you like, Southern Utah, UTEP?
Oh, absolutely. I like the favorite here. And now you can call me Square Max. It's all right. I don't mind. You can roast me as much as you want. I just think that when you look at how good Keontae Kennedy is in this lineup, it just makes such a big difference for this team. Now, the one thing that I did find interesting is that Jamal Bienemy did not play last time out. So I do want to figure out what the starting lineup is going to be, but that allows other guys to step up and have an opportunity. And when you talk about guys that need an opportunity in this UTEP lineup, Oregon State transfer Alfred Hollins, Christian Agnew from North Alabama, both stand out as guys that could have a big game tonight. You know, Alfred Hollins came over as a 3-point shooter. He's been anything but this year. And a guy that at his size and height would be able to get to the free throw line and hit some free throws. Well, neither has happened. Here's your opportunity tonight. I think that UTEP can play better defense if the game decides to be that type of style. I don't think it suits either team, but you never know with that orange fucking lighting at the UTEP home arena. It could put you off, and I think that UTEP gets off to a good start tonight, and I think they go wire to wire.
Yeah, Rar Murray, all those stats. The Southern Utah team's always a team I fade on the road. And I would here, and I think I might get to the window. You just got to lay the 4. UTEP pretty healthy. They dealt with some injuries throughout the year, a little bit, Max. And yeah, Southern Utah I want in Cedar City. Great team at home, but I think they have trouble tonight. And UTEP had a great end of the year. I thought they played their best basketball the last, 6 weeks of the year. So
that was them having that whole trio of Boom,
yes.
Sulibom, fucking
Kennedy.
So if one of them isn't missing, you're taking away like that golden formula that they have.
You are correct. All right, great work, Max. Anything else you wanted to touch on? Obviously, we're going to get to all the big games tomorrow, and Thursday, Friday, but anything else you want to go over today real quick?
No, I think that if you're interested in college basketball, we're at the point in the year where you should be familiarizing yourself with personnel, keeping up with the personnel moves. It really goes a long way in when you watch the games, knowing who's who. I don't know. It makes a difference, in my opinion. So I think that that's something that you guys should just be checking up on and keeping up on. Verbal Commits has the easiest site to navigate, and they get every move from every player. And I'll just say this, with the big games on Thursday, Connor, let's not forget we still have some basketball classic games. I don't even know what the schedule of that tournament is. So
it's there's
some pretty good games. I don't want the season to end, but it's
of course
definitely
you don't.
feeling like the end of it.
There's still some to go, Max. Don't worry. But yeah, they got to figure out the scheduling situation there. But great work as always. Craig says Max will get out of the shelter tonight.
Hey, listen, it's getting a little warmer in Toronto, so some of those under the bridge shelter girls, they aren't feeling that bad right now. So I don't have to bring my electric hand warmer, which is always great.
Yeah. He always has his electric hand warmer ready with him at all times. Shout out to the chat. Hit the like button. That's all we ask for. Take a minute. Hit the like button. That's all I ask for here while you join us. Jay Smith says NBA ? Go check our NBA Pub Hub. Right, was right on before us.
Oh, they were right before us. Yeah.
Right before us. You can go back and watch them. All our guys. I mean, I could get into it some in depth, but I wouldn't want Max to bore Max here with NBA talk. But
listen, I know what colleges all the NBA players went to. That's pretty much all that I'm good for in the NBA.
This is true. Max does know where all went to school, as he's watched them through when they were in college. Shout out to everybody. Roland G, Jay Smith, good to see you. Elliot V, good to see you. Always my man. Ron Lofton, Arnold Estrada, what's up? Rar Murray, like I mentioned. Who else would he say? What up here? AJN, James Little. Shout out to everybody. Nunya, 1777 memorabilia. Man, 1777. Sammy Comer, great to see you. Eric, what's up? Cheshire Cat, great to see you, my guy. Always supporting us here at Pub Sports Radio. Ninja 13, Brian Gant, what's up? Nasty Nate, hit the thumbs up for us. We appreciate it. And everything you do, as you say, you never know. And sometimes you'll be in this chat and money can just be boom, delivered to you. Handing out 50 bucks, $100. What other show? We're not asking you to buy some bullshit here, or we're selling you some crap. Just come listen to us, and you might walk out of here with money every once in a while just for tuning in here at Pub Sports Radio. Shout out to Slaughter and everyone else. And who wrote that? Jimmy is there in Southtown 101. Can't wait to be there. I will be there first thing Friday morning. Me and Dutch Boy on the same early flight. You will be there bright and early, ready to get freaking faded. So, and have fun and do shows. And I got to do work. I can't just be, totally blitzed out of my mind. But
Conor,
all right.
I want to see you with 5 Budweisers in. I want to see 5 Budweisers in, and then I want to see you come on the show. Yeah, everybody wants to see it. Come on.
For sure. You will see it live.
Nice.
I can't wait. But everyone hit the like button. Daryl Turner, what's up, man? Good to see you up in here. Dale, my shout out to my guy, Dale Losteen. Great to see you up in here, my man. All right, Max, that is it. Let's get a word from our sponsors. The commercial will be back with Best Bets. Boom, if you're in the San Antonio area, go to Southtown 101. Best bar in San Antonio. Get there. You know the other shit. Go to Manscaped, 20% off promo code PubSports, and go to mybookie.ag at promo code PubSports. Use the Bitcoin, transfer it, put 1,000, they'll match you with 1,000. Just transfer over the Bitcoin. Prince of the City. Woody, right here. Are you gonna just hang out in your room? Or are you gonna drink? Come on, you don't drink every day. Okay, so when you talk to a real raging alcoholic like me, yes, I will be drinking every day. Beers are just on the side here at all times, so don't tell me who's going to be drinking. But I'm not a crazy liquor drinker. But what's up?
Ben had a question about March Madness.
Yes.
Houston and Arizona.
Go ahead. You want to talk about it?
I think that if there's a team to beat Arizona, this would be the Houston team. They could run with their big men. They have the best assist man in the tournament remaining in Jamal Sheed. It's crazy.
I put you to bed in Las Vegas. Shit.
We're gonna talk.
It was 4 in the morning. You know when I went home? Real quick, sorry to cut you off, Max. It was like 4 in the morning. Nothing was going on, and that was when COVID first started. So he's just talking shit. Yeah, you put me to bed at 4 a.m. Blah blah blah. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see what goes on in San Antonio. But I can't wait. Shout out to you, my guy. I can't wait to see you. But yeah, Max, I think Houston's a team to beat. I like TCU, and look what they did. I think they challenge. I think they're tough as nails. I think they challenge Arizona. These games are going to be great. Carolina, UCLA. All these games, even don't sleep on St. Peter's, even though I think Purdue wins that game. All those games are really going to be tough there. Providence, I think, maybe too many points with Kansas, who's playing really well. Bunch of good games. Obviously, we talked about Miami, that move to 3 almost. But I got it right away at 1 the other day. So bunch of good games we will get into tomorrow, Max. But before you do that, shout out to the chat and tell them who you're on tonight. What's the bet?
Yeah, listen, I think that the easiest way to attack Northern Colorado games is to take the game over. I think that Wilmington's 3-point defense is definitely more stout than what they faced so far in this tournament. And Dalen Coots and Drew Cuxhausen will have to be able to knock them down if we have a shot at all on this. Listen, Wilmington, we've seen them score. We've seen them, and we've seen how good the rims have been to both these teams. The lighting is perfect. The sight lines are great. Can we get 154 points? That's all I'm asking. So please give it to us.
All right, there it is for Max's bet. I thought you were going to go UTEP, Max. No?
Oh, I'm on UTEP first half and full game, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna name one off,
You need to break the streak here. Oh, shit.
But fade me, guys. Just remember, fade me.
Yeah, I like UTEP as well. But you know what I went to? If you can get a 3, but you take the 2.5. I even think they win money line. If you want, take it money line. Because I took 3 with Vandy, and I will be on the over. So I'll just throw that on there as well. There's 142.5. That game gets over as well. So Vandy in the over. Book it. I hope it happens. So that is it for us, Max. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Hit the like button for us. We appreciate you joining us. I know the show's a little bit shorter than normal with just a short card, but great games going on tonight. So it should be good. Any last words for the chat before we get out of here, Max?
Dr. Mandy will show me her breasts for 5 straight minutes if I win my best bet tonight. So if my best bet wins, just know that I'm going to be staring at those beautiful, fucking perfectly sitting C cups for 5 straight minutes and not having to give her any money.
Freebie.
5-minute
freebie.
5
We hit like a stopwatch or something.
Hey,
one of
bro,
those old timers.
5 minutes, bro. I can do a lot in 5 minutes.
5 minutes with those titties. Hopefully he wins. I hope he does as well. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thanks so much. Have a good one. We will see you tomorrow. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio and everyone there. Big show in the back. We'll see you soon as well. But we're out of here. He's the great Maxwell Smart. I'm Conor Mack. We're out of here. We be pumping! Peace!